Hello and welcome to Action Figure Breakdown episode number 19. My name is Seth, here with you again. I want to welcome you guys back after a long break there. I took about a month off from doing reviews. Not intentional, I just got kind of sick and bogged down with work and bills, life. But today we're going to review a couple of really cool figures that I added to the collection during that month off. I got a couple more to review as well. We really want you guys to check out our Instagram at Action Figure Breakdown. In order to say sorry for that long break, we're going to do an awesome giveaway with 5 different prizes. So we're super excited about that. But real quick, let's take a look at what figures we're going to be taking a look at today before we dive into the prizes. And we've got Mystique here. So she's the hot new figure for everybody. Walgreens exclusive. I'm a huge X-Men fan. She's going to fit nicely into the collection. Came with some really cool accessories that we'll take a look at here in a second as well. And we've got this guy I've been sitting at, haven't had him sitting on a shelf in my local Walgreens forever and just been staring at him for 2 months. Finally decided to pick him up. I got Simon Williams here as WonderMan. So that's pretty cool. He's part of the Abomination Build-A-Figure wave, as you can see there. I want to try to Build-A-Figure, but that Scarlet Witch head is kind of tough to come up on. So let's talk about the figures real quick. So we'll jump into Mystique right away. So real quick so you guys can see Mystique. Super cool figure right here. They did an awesome job with her paint on her face. Let's see if we can get a good shot. Ooh, beautiful right there. So awesome job with her face. She's got some gold paint in the eyes. Nicely done with the skull. I got some really good paint apps, I think. I've been hearing the major gripe about this figure I've been hearing is that her paint isn't that great. There's some people getting smudges on the chest area here. Another gripe that I saw online was that the belt is one piece, as you guys can see here. The belt does not have a latch to be able to take off, like some of the Hydra belts and other accessory belts and stuff like that. Yeah, so basically just, paint. Now, the only thing I can say to that is she's a high contrast figure, so we've got some colors. As you guys can see here, just from the camera shots, the white really stands out from the blue. The lines, obviously, if they're not sharp, you're going to notice. As you guys can see, that shoulder right there, that's going to bug me a little bit, but not too much, especially since it's on the back of the figure. But that shoulder paint job right there isn't super sharp. Again, it's a high contrast figure. These sort of things happens with mass-produced figures. One of the figures that I had that happened with was the Tiger Stripe X23. Yellow base mold, and then just the lines aren't as sharp. A lot of that is, like I said, they're just mass-produced. Some of it's because they're female figures, and it's harder to get the paint apps on the smaller joints and arms and stuff like that. But I don't know. It seems like a kind of a cop-out excuse, maybe a little bit of quality control issue. That's something that Hasbro could clean up. But either way, I'm pretty stunned with how good this figure looks in terms of the face paint. She just really screams from that 1992 cartoon that we all used to watch when we were kids. Standard female articulation, guys, real quick. She's got, let's see, heads on a hinge, so you can move her up and down, as you guys can see right there, side to side. We've got standard arms for a female, which kind of stinks. She doesn't have a bicep joint, so you can't really, you can up and down there. The reason she doesn't have a bicep joint is because her arms are going to pivot at the elbow. Something everybody's been clamoring for forever is a double hinged elbow for these female figures already, instead of this socket stuff. I don't hate the socket, but I don't love it. I'm not going to lie. I feel like a double hinged elbow would be super cool. On the female figs, show us some love, Hasbro. So anyway, and then we move on to the hands. So her hands are meant for holding stuff, obviously, as you can see. She does come with a couple of guns for accessories. We'll take a look at those in just a second. There is something a little weird with her hands in terms of how these pivot, if I remember correctly. All right, okay, so that's kind of cool. All right, so one of these hands, her right hand, I don't know my left or my right, as you can see, pivots a little bit differently than the other hands, which is kind of neat. This one actually goes kind of side to side like this instead of back and forth. But the other one, as you guys can see, kind of goes, let's see, back and forth like that. So this one has that, or this motion, but not this motion. So that's kind of neat. A little bit of a neat thing there. Again, the paint apps on her are super awesome, at least for me. I got lucky. I also will stare at a figure in a box for an hour and a half. The skulls are real. These are little skulls that are painted on here. I don't know if I can get a camera shot of these. Let's see. Oh, there we go. So yeah, there you go, guys. Super sweet detail on those skulls right there that go around her belt. Like I said, the big gripe is that it's all one piece, so you can't take it off, which kind of stinks. You'd have to basically disassemble the figure. But they did a really great job. Let's see if I'm going to get a good shot of that skull on her face. Yeah, there we go. And that face painted mold. They did a really great job with this figure. I'm super excited. She looks amazing. The face looks way better than that. Hello? Okay. There we go. The face looks way better than the Toy Biz version. I love the Toy Biz figs. Some of them are amazing. I have some of them on my walls here. The articulation is out of this world on those. But like I said, they got these real effects thing they got going with the faces that looks really cool. So let's talk about her accessories real quick as we try to keep this video under 15 minutes. She came with a couple of head accessories, which is super cool. She came with this awesome Rogue head. And as you guys can see on Rogue, let's see if I can get a good shot of her up close. Are you going to cooperate, camera? No, camera's not going to cooperate on this one. All right, so her eyes, you guys can tell by the paint, is gold. Oh, there we go. All right, there we go. That's a good shot. Yeah, so they did a really good job with this. I wonder why that ear's not blue. That's a little weird. Anyway, so yeah, so this is Mystique turning into Rogue. As you guys know from the comics, Mystique is Rogue's mom. So obviously there's a little bit of a connection there. And a reason for her to be changing. Like I said, this is a really cool head. Alternate head for the Rogue body. And then it came with something we were all super excited about because we would love to see some more Shi'ar figures, especially after we got Gladiator. And that is this sweet, sweet Lilandra head. We'll see if we can get a good shot of that in there. Maybe not. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to hold my breath. But anyway, so I'm super excited for the prospect of a Lilandra figure. I don't know if everybody else is as excited as I am. I would love to see her without the helmet and the spiky hair and be able to have this as a cool accessory to throw on. There we go. That's a good shot of that. But a lot of people have been taking this head and throwing this on the Silver Sable from the Kingpin wave, throwing a cape on her and giving her staff, and that looks pretty cool too. So when we get the Kingpin wave in finally, I actually got a shipping confirmation. So when we get that in middle of this week sometime, we'll do a review of some of those figures. I've also got Dakin and Phantom X I want to show you guys as well that I picked up from a local collector. But let's jump into WonderMan. And Simon, oh, sorry, let's talk about Mystique's guns real quick. So real quick, Mystique came with a couple of guns. Like I said, she's got those hands for holding stuff. She's got this, is that going to sit in there right? Okay, so she's got this gun right here. This gun's pretty cool. It's not super, I don't know, I dig the color. It's gold, it's super cool, but I wish they would have, another gripe that we have with Hasbro is that they could paint these a little bit better. Or like throw something on there to kind of like give us some contrast, especially as well that they did as a Mystique figure. Like they have kind of a bland weapon like this is kind of like, I don't know, like sour cream frosting on a red velvet cake, I guess. So anyway, so yeah, so this is a pretty cool gun, at least in terms of the mold. I dig it. It looks like it's a newer mold. It doesn't have that kind of like bendy warp feel from the old molds that get burnt out. The other cool thing is it's got a little removable canister that you can put in and out of the gun, which is super cool. I'm still what I would consider a noob with Marvel Legends, so if you guys know this is an older gun mold or something, maybe they recast it. I don't know, let me know. And then this just came with a pistol, this is super standard. I mean, like, again, we could have got a better pistol for Mystique, but it's still not bad. Or maybe two pistols. Two pistols would have been cool. I feel like Mystique definitely would probably hold two pistols because she's kind of assassin-y more than she is with a giant rifle. But again, throw some paint on this sucker, Hasbro. It's just plain gold. It's stupid. You could like maybe paint the handle or something. I don't know, whatever. Also, this mold is kind of getting old. You can tell. Maybe, let's see if I can use my hat here. There's a nice black background. That barrel kind of bends up a little bit at the end, which kind of stinks. So like I was talking about the molds getting burnt out, this pistol is definitely one. So kind of meh. On the accessories, we got two super cool alternate heads for some other figures, which is super cool. And maybe you could throw the Rogue one on Mystique. So yeah, and then they kind of let us down on the guns. But no big deal. Mystique's not really a gun user per se. She's a shapeshifter, and she's a, She uses her wits. And then we've got WonderMan. So this was a figure, like I said, he was sitting on my shelf at the local Walgreens for probably about 2 months. He comes with those cool fists that are purple, wielded as ionic energy. As you guys can see, he's got that awesome eye. His eyes are painted red. He's a super standard figure in terms of paint. This was from the Abomination Build-A-Figure wave. So the one with Scarlet Witch and Captain Britain. Really like this figure though. I mean, simplicity is sometimes the best. The only thing I would say that I don't like is these armbands. I wish these were mold or cast on as opposed to just painted on. But other than that, it's a pretty super cool fig. Definitely one that grew on me after staring at him for a while. So he's got pretty standard articulation. We've got bicep joints, top up here, regular shoulder joint for Marvel Legend. We've got ab crunch, hip pivot, thigh pivot, double hinge knee, pretty standard ankle. So yeah, accessories that came with him. So he came with a couple of other hands. I don't remember off the top of my head if he came with these in the box or attached to him, or if he came with the purple ones attached to him. But these are cool holdy hands for stuff. And then he also came with 2 super cool spell effects for the ionic energy. So he came with the circular spell effects, which is super neat. One thing I did like about this figure, when the Magneto figure came out from the Apocalypse wave not that long ago, their hands matched. So it's cool as I can give Magneto a fist now, or an open hand, or I can give Simon the open hand. And I found that the open hands make it far easier to wield these circular spell effects because you can put the little thumbs in the little holes and stuff. That's kind of nice. And then the lightning bolts also match Magneto's lightning bolts, or magnetic bolts, or whatever you want to call them, also match Wonder Man's fist tone there as well. So you can give him kind of like ionic lightning bolts if you want, which is super cool. So it's kind of neat that those accessories are a little bit interchangeable, which is super cool. These also fit super cool with Magneto, like magnetic waves or whatnot. So that's super neat. So those are our figures right there. Real quick, if I haven't already, I will give a shout out to my buddy James Mitchell. So right before C2E2, a couple weeks ago, I got sick. I told you guys I was battling a cold and stuff like that. I bought a Saturday pass on Friday, super excited to go. Then I got sick on Saturday, and I literally couldn't drag myself out of bed. But Friday night before, I met up with a buddy of mine for dinner, and I got this wonderful Black Queen as a gift. This is Jean Grey from the comics when she gets hit up by Mastermind, if I remember correctly. So yeah, this is a super cool figure, and this is also from when Hasbro first got the Marvel Legends back. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. But as you can see, they were kind of still using the old Toy Biz face molds, but this is still a really good face mold. The paint apps are amazing. Like I said, big shout out to my buddy James Mitchell for hooking it up with this. I was super excited to get this figure. Still holding out hope for the Jim Lee Jean Grey one day, but the more jeans, the better. That Jim Lee Jean Grey is like $100 loose. Still a beautiful figure. Hoping we'll get a re-release like we have with a lot of these X-Men figs. So those are our figures that we're reviewing, guys. Like I said, big shout out to my buddy James Mitchell for that Black Queen. And now let's get to the coup de grace, or the piece de resistance of this video that you guys have been waiting for. And that's our giveaway announcement. So we've got a couple cool things I'm going to be giving away. We're going to recycle a couple of the old things. Real quick, we've got, let's take a look at her. You guys have seen her before in the rotation. Magic from the X-Men line, a Walgreens exclusive. One of the reasons she's one of my favorite figures, guys, is she's got all these super cool accessories. Cool blue flames, a nice lightning bolt, a couple of swords. Hand option as well as the skull and the dragon up there. This is an awesome figure. She came with so much cool stuff. Hasbro really hit a home run with this one. Paint apps are super nice on her as well. And then we've got Nick Fury back in the rotation as well from the MCU wave, the Captain Marvel movie. He's part of the Kree Sentry Build-A-Figure wave, as you guys can see there. And then we've got the Flurkin in the corner and that cool handgun as well. He also makes for a cool, super cool T'Challa in business casual outfit right there if you wanted to switch heads or whatnot. So yeah, Nick Fury from the Captain Marvel wave right there, guys. And then we've got a couple of new things that I want to throw in the rotation. So one of the things I've had sitting on a shelf for a while, just ready to see it find a new home, and that is the Captain America Civil War Marvel Collector Core 2-pack. This is a super cool 2-pack, one of the first ones Funko did with the guys in the cool action poses. Iron Man's got a cool flight stand there, and he flies, and then Cap's got that cool shield ready to do battle with Iron Man, so this is a cool shelf piece right here. And then we've also got, this one was not sitting on a shelf. This was from a Santa grab bag that I participated in. And this is not a regift. This was just an extra piece that I bought in case I wanted to give it away. And I will be doing that here. And this is Hulk Smashing Loki, the Marvel Studio first 10 years movie moment. Also a Walgreens exclusive, guys. Super cool pop right here. And then, last but not least, guys, I was out at Target and I found this super cool one. This is brand new. Comes out for Avengers Endgame, and that's the Tony Stark Funko Pop with a t-shirt. And this is extra large, if you guys can see it right there. All right, and on the back, that's what the pop looks like on the tee. And from what I've seen online, guys, that glow is pretty sick. So, as you guys can see, this sucker's still shrink wrapped, ready to go. Ready for our winner. So the way you guys are going to win, go to our Instagram. It's at Action Figure Breakdown on Instagram and Action Figure Breakdown on Facebook. Just share the photo of the 5 prizes. Tag us in that when you share that photo at Action Figure Breakdown, and then comment on the original photo at Action Figure Breakdown so we know you entered. You can also do that on Facebook as well. We're going to leave the commenting off the YouTube channel for now. Well, not the whole channel, just or not on these videos, but just for the contest. So we're going to keep the commenting to Instagram and Facebook for the contest. Like I said, just enter there and then stay tuned for our next video, which will be the live drawing in 2 weeks. We'll do that drawing on Sunday, the 22nd. I have a wedding to go to, or the 21st, because I have a wedding to go to on the 20th. So yeah, anyway, we will do that. And then, yeah, guys, stay tuned. And thanks for watching. Good luck to our winners and our entrants. And we'll see you guys next time. And as we say here at Action Figure Breakdown, keep breaking it down.